This is a channel exclusively for the students who took their step into coding careers. As our first topic, we want to start C language. And now today we are going to see introduction of C. Let's dive into the topic. First of all, if you want to know C language, first you have to know how a computer works and what is computer. The introduction to the computer. A computer is a multi-purpose electronic device that receives and processes and stores the data, which means a computer is a multi-purpose, which means it can handle purpose electronic device that receives, processes and stores the data. In computers that can handle a wide range of variety of tasks rather than being designed for a single specific function. For example, if you take a computer, you are not going to work only on one function. You are going to work on different purposes. So a multi-purpose means not only for a single specific function. Multi-purpose means different functions, different operations. It's an electronic device. As we know that computer is an electronic device that receives. For example, if you give an input as email to log in your Gmail, it takes that Gmail and processes and stores your response. Computer is capable of performing different operations and functions such as word processing, web browsing, gaming, and etc. It takes the input in the form of numbers, text, sound, image, animations, and video, etc. Processes the received input and convert it into the meaningful information and presenting the changed input as output. Let us suppose take an example. If you are performing operation or addition of two numbers in your calculator, you are giving the input as 5 and 2 and plus is the operator. You are performing addition of those two numbers. You are giving the input as 5 and 2. It takes the input from you, performs operations on both operands 5 and 2 and gives the output as 7, which means the input we are giving as 5 and 2 and it gives the output as 7. Both are not same. In this process, the input is changed as the output. This is the internal process which computer has. Point is this. The input we are providing is called as data and the processed output is called as information. Or else what the computer needs from you is called data, or the humans, like what humans need from the computer is called information. Okay. Now we successfully completed the subtopic of introduction to computer, that is what is a computer. For this there is a rigid schema called block diagram of a computer that shows how a computer works. Let us dive into the topic. This is the block diagram of the computer. This block diagram of computer consists of three main components: input unit, output unit, and central processing unit. These are the three main components of a computer. This block diagram of computer shows how a computer internally works. This is the input unit. An input unit in a computer is a hardware component that allows user to enter data and commands into the system. Keyboard, scanner, etc. Like these are all input devices, and the first one is input unit. An input unit in a computer is a hardware component that allows users to enter data and commands into the system. Examples include like keyboard, scanner. These are all input devices used to enter input into the computer. And the second one is central processing unit, which means CPU is considered as the brain of computer. CPU performs all types of data processing operations. Likewise, human brain, CPU is the brain of the computer, which performs multiple tasks and complex calculations. It stores data, intermediate results, and instructions of a program. For example, if you want to add two numbers, those are 2 and 5, it will store the intermediate results like addition of two numbers is that 7. 7 is stored in the CPU. CPU consists of registers and instructions, which means It stores data, intermediate results, and instructions, which means if you want to add two numbers, those two numbers are the data, and to perform addition operation, which is the instructions given to the computer, and the result obtained after the addition of two numbers is stored in the intermediate results. These are stored in the CPU, not like this, and bit a bit more complex calculations also stored in the CPU registers or storage unit, control unit, and arithmetical logical unit. Memory or storage unit, it stores all the data and the instructions required for processing. It stores intermediate results of processing. I think you have doubt on this term intermediate results. What is mean by intermediate results? Final results. What is the difference between intermediate results and the final results? Intermediate results are nothing but the results during the execution of a program. Okay, I will explain it with the example. Print multiplication of a number by 10. For that, where the number is addition of two numbers, let us assume that you gave the inputs as 5 and 7, and addition operation is applied on both of them, and the output is 7. The 7 is not our final result. We want that multiplication of that number with 10. For that, the 7 is stored as the intermediate result in the computer CPU. That 7 is further calculation. It is used further calculation to get the output as 70. Okay, this is the concept of intermediate result. Whereas the final result is nothing but final results are the results which are obtained after execution of the program. Here the 70 is the final result, whereas 7 is the intermediate result. Okay, next point is it stores the final results of processing before these results are released to an output device. Here the final results, I already explained it, and these are stored in the memory or storage unit. Intermediate results and the final results, these are stored in the memory or storage unit before coming out of